Hello everyone, cooking with Gonzo. Today's gonna be chicken parm. Now, the way that I learned to make chicken parm was a little different, and I'm gonna do it a little different from the way I've known to make it. I'm gonna be using panko breadcrumbs instead of macadamia nuts, crushed up macadamia nuts. See, that's really where you get a lot of really good flavors. You encrust your chicken breast and lightly brown, lightly sear it, and then cook, broil, or whatever, and then, it's a macadamia nut encrusted chicken breast on a chicken parm. I did get decent Parmesan. Anyway, right now is the boring stage. I'm getting ready to start boiling up my noodles. And when it gets to the sauce, I'm making the sauce, I'll give you a ring. Now, I ran out of extra virgin olive oil, so I'm using the old faithful here. Pour just a little bit of oil in your water that you're gonna boil your noodles in. But after it's hot, just not even a whole lot. Just a little bitty tiny bit, and of course some salt. And all right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna get some of my prep work done. I have here, as you see, some bacon, some tomatoes, and an onion. It's gonna be part of my sauce. Now, little help for you, little tip, because you're gonna be dealing with raw chicken and raw bacon. If you have the room and you decide you want to, a little bleach water with a rag in the bleach water, just a capful or two, just enough to kill off the bacteria. Good idea, that way you can keep your area from cross-contaminations and things of that nature. Now, I'll show you what I'm going to do with this after I dice it up and after I get it all ready, and then I'll move to the next step. And another good thing about having the bleach rag is you can kind of, because you be going in and out of the refrigerator quite often, and you want to be able to get your hands sanitized before you go touching the handle over and over again, because you got to keep in mind your kids are going to touch it, your wife, your husband, whoever. So you don't want to mess around and give them salmonella on accident, Trying to do a good deed. Make dinner. Okay, now I've got tomatoes, onions, and bacon chopped up in a bowl. There's no need to pre-mix it or anything like that, because once you start to cook it, and you want to cook it well, it's going to mix anyway. It's going to get slimy, from the oils and such. Anyway, my noodles are done. I'm going to put those in a separate deal for now. When this all comes together, you'll see just how beautiful it's going to be. Mwah, chef's kiss. Now, I don't know how your stoves operate. On my front burner, I have an electric stove, so I put it on 6. That's what I'm gonna put it on 7, actually. And that's what I'm gonna do with this. There's no need for oil either, because the bacon will handle all that. Hear that? And it's gonna smell so good, y'all. Oh man, look at this. Oh, it's gonna smell so good. All right, I'll be back. Now, for this recipe, I only used 2 big tomatoes and a full onion, white onion. I used half of it in my what I'm cooking here, and the rest I'm going to use for the sauce to give it a little more chunk, a little more, not just a little more consistency. So, yeah. And after this step, we'll be moving on to the chicken. Oh, if you could only smell what I'm smelling. Look at that. Now, also, keep in mind, this is my version of a chicken parm. There are many. And at some point, I swear a little old Italian lady's going to roll over in her grave at some point. But this is how I do it. Midwest. And with certain Mediterranean flares. Anyway, you want that bacon to be, I mean, some people like their bacon however they like it, but for this particular thing, being as you're cooking it with tomatoes and onions, you want to make sure that bacon is thoroughly cooked. Okay, I only got 5 more minutes of video, so I'm gonna have to condense a lot of this down. Now I got my breadcrumbs. Now I got my breadcrumbs, and I've got my egg wash ready to go. As soon as this bacon concoction I got going here is done, I'll throw a skillet on and we'll get ready to, chicken. Also, I'll be the first to admit and to let you know, and I hope you're not following this step by step as I'm doing it, you're doing it. Cook the bacon first, and then add, because I think that's where I bleeped up for a minute. I didn't mess it up, but yeah, cook the bacon first. Now I did kind of cheat a little because I used sauce from a jar. That's why I went through the links of, making it extra. There it is. Now I'd add brown sugar because I like brown sugar. I don't have any. I'm telling you, there's an Italian mama somewhere rolling in her grave. I am gonna add a pinch or 2 of sugar to the sauce, and then it's moving on to the chicken because I only got a few minutes. Okay, you can see I got the chicken crusted and browning. And then the next is a surprise. I think we can all see where this is going. It's gonna be an oven bake also. So now here's the thing about that. Now you pre-cooked, the oven bake is basically just to kind of reheat everything, but also melt the cheese and to finalize cooking. But you pretty much did all your cooking on the skillet and in the pot. The oven's just kind of give it a look. But anyway, my next video will be final product. Well, this video. Okay. That's Gonzo's version of chicken parmesan. And I could get more in detail, but just stopping and starting and stopping and starting, doing it and making it last 10 minutes is exhausting. I forget steps, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's my recipe, and you're welcome to use it. And Gonzo out.